I've had a lot of requests on the SPDs to show it as a surface mount. So what I'm going to do is mount this on the surface, but we're going to do it on this side of the panel. And then also remember, your model number is right here to look at whether you use a 2-pole 15 or a 2-pole 50, depending on what you put in. So ours calls for a 2-pole 15, and what we're going to do is mount it on this side of the panel. So this is a surface mount. We still have the breaker. We have some spots right here at the top, which I like to do. It really does not matter if it's placed at the top or the bottom. So let's get it going. So here I'm replacing the breaker. It snaps in real quick. And what I'm going to do here, since it comes with a lock nut, we're just going to surface mount it, and then we'll go ahead and basically drill holes and anchor it. So you've got holes here, here, here. You really need just 2 holes, one here and one here, which actually makes it pretty secure. But right now we're not going to anchor anything. So we're going to run it through the panel. And we're going to mount it on the outside. We're in the middle of doing a lot of home run circuits, and so this was an existing panel. It's not a new panel. It's an existing one that we're going to go ahead and clean up. We're pulling some new wires to the panel, basically doing a home run for a bunch of lines going upstairs. And so the panel looks a little bit messy, but it will be completed and tightened up really good. So what we're doing is basically doing a surface mount. And what I like to do is just get my screwdriver, tap it a little bit, because it gets too tight. And then if you come over here, you can see what it looks like. But right now we've just got a bunch of wires hanging out that we're bringing in from upstairs. And then on here, you want to make sure these 2 wires here will go to the breaker. So let's just put these up here for right now until we tie it in. And so basically what we're looking at is, we'll clean this up, make it a lot nicer, but right now we're just putting a bunch of wires in. So let me tighten this up and show it working here. Okay. One thing I wanted to tell you is that since this is the main panel and we have a disconnecting means here instead of in here, because this is a main lug panel, we can pull that off, turned off, but we're leaving it on so we can have a little bit of lighting in here to do this. And then what we're going to do is just tuck this in for right now. We'll clean this up and redo it. I do not like to shorten the wires by any means. We can make them look good and tighten them up with the rest of the wires once we're done. It's a very simple process. Pretty much anyone can do it. Now, if you're afraid of electrical and you're afraid of getting shocked, if you have a main breaker, you want to shut that off when you take out the old breaker to make space or whatever. But anyways, we're completely done. I mean, that's how fast it is. That's how simple it is. Like I said, some people say this is hot. I can touch this all day long. Here, the neutral bar, it's not going to shock you. Those will. So you just got to be careful. If you feel afraid, by any means, call an electrician. So I'm going to flip it on. And if you come over here, you can see the lights on. Now your surge protection device is working. And now that protects the whole panel. Now, we have used Eaton as an example for this SPD. Now, they also, Eaton will mount them on the bottom in the load centers, and also they have kits for that, and also brackets. But I like to keep them at the top, but the shortness of the wires have to not be longer than what they are. They have to stay this length, no longer, so you have to adjust and do whatever you need to do to make it fit. Like on some of them would have wood, so you'd probably go through the top or through the bottom. That's up to you what you guys want to do, but since we have a surface mount, we have access to the knockouts. We just knock it out, we put it in, tighten it up, and turn the brake on, and we are good.